window treatments do more than just frame a beautiful view. They provide light control, privacy, energy efficiency, and so much more.
Hi, my name is Mercy Betancourt. I'm the sales manager here at Blinds to Go in the Miami Design District. So when you think about window treatments, you think you want something that looks beautiful, but actually function is very important for window treatments. Window treatments is one of the things that you should think about when you're moving in or doing a remodel in the beginning phases, because it can help you plan and budget for that perfect product that'll make your home complete.
We have expert advice on how to choose the right window treatments that work for you on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. When it comes to window treatments, there are so many options to choose from. So we decided that this topic deserves 2 shows. On today's episode, we're going to break down the more functional side of things. Today, we have expert advice on window treatment hardware and support options, smart ways to layer shears, blackout, and other materials, functional options like side panels, panel tracks, top-down blinds, and so much more. Mercy, welcome to SoFlo Home Project. We are so excited to have you here with us today.
Thank you. I am super excited to be here.
So we're going to be talking about all things window treatments. And when it comes to window treatments and the home, it's one of the things that we get the most questions on from homeowners. How to treat the windows, the right things, what's trending, what looks good. So there's so many things to cover.
I could imagine, yes, it can be so overwhelming. And what I love is when I have guests come in and, they don't know where to start, and we point them in the right direction because, like you said, so many different options.
Here in this particular showroom, there is so much to see. And I find that when you're thinking about what to put on the windows, having visuals like we have behind us, like we have throughout the showroom, makes it so much easier for people to see what it might look like in their home.
Definitely does. Take solar shades, for example.
One of the most popular things here.
We love them in Florida because they help you preserve that beautiful view from a condo. It also helps, with glare and heat coming through, but it's hard to visualize a solar shade.
So it's really good to get in here and see all the options, the colors, the styles.
Yes.
And we're going to cover all of that. I think window treatments should not be an afterthought in a project. Often we see it gets pushed to the very end. But even when you're buying a new home, when you're remodeling, to always be thinking about how am I going to cover these windows and what type of coverage.
For sure. It should definitely be incorporated in one of those first steps.
Yeah, I find it's also good for budgeting purposes on a whole project, right?
Yes, definitely agree 100%. And we've seen it happen where they show me the floors they just got or the countertops, and there's not so much in the budget left for the window treatments. So we encourage you to really take a look, do the research, and we give you a budget of, where you should be, what you want. And then some things is like motorized or add-ons that you might not have in the budget yet, but if you would have done it early on, you can plan for that.
Yes, sometimes there's battery operated options, but sometimes you want to do all of the wiring for that ahead of time. So this is, as a designer, I love when people start thinking about what are we going to put on the windows, and do we need ease of use with motorization? And now, when someone's coming in for the first time, what are some of the things that you advise that they bring if they're just shopping, just looking, besides maybe photos? Measurements are important, correct?
Yes, definitely. So measurements helps us a lot because we can give you that accurate estimate as well as pictures. So sometimes, measurements aren't easily available, but we can definitely help you, estimate it with a nice picture of this area.
Yes, I find that when someone's asking about window treatments, photos, a picture is worth 1,000 words. It really is, because there might be a handle on there that protrudes that might interfere with a potential window treatment. There might be a certain kind of hardware around it or casing that you need to consider. So many options.
For sure. Especially take like drapery, for example. Sometimes you want to go wider. So if you have like artwork, it's a discussion. Are you able to move that? But if we don't see a picture, you can't really see that.
Yes. Well, I am so excited to jump in. We've got a lot to see. We're going to talk about solar shades first, one of the most popular window treatments here, especially in the condos.
Definitely. I'm excited for that.
All right, let's go take a look.
Let's go.
Stay with us. Coming up, we look at window treatment hardware options that work for you on SoFlo Home Project.
I'm Jennifer.
And I'm John with USA Windows and Doors, and today we are visiting a job site. We're installing new impact windows.
And what I want to pay attention to here is the conditions of the pre-existing window that the homeowner had. As you can see, there is some mold that's growing on here. You can technically see right here, there's water infiltration, which eventually will seep into the drywall, will start bubbling out here, and then that's when you can see it. And another thing is, look at this window. I can't. John, can you help me here?
It doesn't open. Oh.
Yes, it does. I wanted to open the window. As you saw, it was very hard to open, so it's not very functional. But I wanted to point out all the debris that's inside of here, all the mold that's growing inside of there. So this homeowner decided to replace this window that's not functional, it's not good for their home, with a brand new impact window. And what we have here, it's already during the process. The first two windows were put in. These are arched windows. And look at the difference. With this window, I have an obstructed view with grids. And with this window, I have a nice clear opening that I can see outside, and I have an unobstructed view.
This is an older home in the Gables, and what we did, we replaced all the rotten wood, all the mold that was in the wall. We replaced everything. There's no more old wood, no rotten wood. Everything is brand new.
So this new window is going to be going into the existing opening. It's all made to size, and it's a impact window that is meeting today's code. Now that is important because a lot of impact windows have been around for a long time, and code has changed over time. It's important that you have a window that meets today's code.
Are you ready to upgrade your windows and doors today? Call USA Windows and Doors.
Or visit us at our website at usawindowsanddoors.com.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to talk about all things window treatments for your home with Mercy Betancourt, the sales manager with Blinds to Go. So Mercy, we're here in the Miami showroom. There is so much to see. So we think about window treatments, and one of the most popular ones, solar shades. Everyone loves them or is thinking about adding them.
So especially here in Florida, solar shades are one of our most popular window treatments. So if you have a beautiful view and you're trying to preserve that view, they help with that.
Yes.
But at the same time, they're still giving you that functionality, which helps you with the sun that's coming through, but helping you with that glare. They also come in a different percentages. What that means is how much you can actually see through. So on some cases, you might need a little bit of privacy, but others you might not need that much.
So let's break that down. So the percentages have a number, and I kind of want to do a little education for our viewers on this if they don't know, because this helps when you're selecting. And so the highest number means more light, right?
Correct. So solar shades are like a weaving of the material. So 10% being the most open, so lets you see more out. And on the flip side, a 1% being completely private.
The last one right before blackout. So you can kind of do that in a bedroom if you didn't want full blackout, but some privacy and some room dark.
Correct, yes.
What would you recommend, and I know it's different for everyone, for like family room, living room?
What I usually recommend is like about a 5%. 5% gives you the best of both worlds.
Good baseline.
Yes.
We have some examples behind us, but let's something the closest might be this here.
Yes. So this is, you're looking at about a 3%, 3 to 5%. And you can see this is actually on motor.
Love it on motorized.
Yes. And you can see how, I'm gonna stop it right here. You know, on the top, you still see through, you see like somewhat of silhouette of a sink.
Yes.
So that gives you kind of a basis of what the view would look like.
It's such a clean look. So this can go inside mount within the frame of the window or outside mount.
Correct, yes. So an inside mount will be like something like this one right here.
Exactly what we're seeing.
Yes, and it'll be completely flush with your window frame or like your door frame, which we use these a lot on sliders as well.
Yes.
And then let's say you don't have enough depth, right? We can go ahead and then put it outside mount, and it'll cover the entire window as well.
Now I want to also hit on lengths of the shades. And these are things that having your window measurement is really important, because I find one of the hardest things is figuring out if you have a long series of window panels, each one has to be a certain width, or certain sizes you can go up to a very big width?
So we can actually do 140 inches.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
we can
very
go pretty
impressive. That's
wide.
a big window.
Yes.
That's a big window.
Yeah.
And now here you also have the samples of certain ones. So if someone is thinking about, they're deciding between the beige and the warmer white or a certain pattern, once someone is working with you here, they can have access to some samples to bring home and confirm?
Yes, definitely. So we have sample books of all of our products, which they can go ahead and take home with them.
So Mercy, we're gonna add a layer to these window treatments and talk about kind of pairing them for a really beautiful look.
Yes, definitely. We do that very often. Let me show you.
All right, stay with us. Coming up next, we cover ways to layer your window treatments on SoFlo Home Project. So we are here today at All American Roofing, joined by Lisa, the office manager. Lisa, welcome.
Thank you.
So I wanted to kind of get into, how does All American Roofing help homeowners in the process of replacing roof? I know it's a big decision.
Well, we make that easier through communications with the customer. We handle the customer's permitting. We handle the customer as far as choosing the color. The HOA associations, we help deal with them. We handle them from A to Z, actually.
So I know that replacing roof can be one of the largest expenses for a home. Are there any programs that you work with at All American Roofing that could assist homeowners with that?
Yes, there's several different PACE programs. Y Green is one of them, and also Renew is another. Any particular one, we can always become a part of them. The homeowners could check with their local cities to find out whether or not they have any programs to help with financing.
Lisa, so I know at All American Roofing that you assist homeowners with their roof replacement, but do you also do commercial roof replacement?
Yes, we do. We do residential and we also do commercial. We do as far as condos, warehouses, and office buildings.
Sounds like you got it covered. So how long have you worked with All American Roofing?
I've worked at All American Roofing for 32 years. We're very proud of it.
Lisa, so as the office manager here at All American Roofing, you've got a big team around. We see everyone working here. So what is your favorite part of being part of this team?
This is actually the best team that I've had. I've been through a lot of teams, but this one is a little different. A lot of the younger people are here, the younger kids, and they know more about technology than we do because I'm a little older. But I do enjoy my team that I have here, especially as far as getting anything done in the crunch time. In the crunch time, they really dig in and get it done.
Lisa, so the most important part of all of this is, how do homeowners reach All American Roofing if they're considering changing out their roof?
They can contact us through our website and also our phone number. Our phone number is 954-772-7663, or the website allamericanroof.com.
Thank you so much. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to talk about all things window treatments here at Blinds to Go with Mercy Betancourt, the sales manager. So Mercy, we have seen kind of the roller shades, solar shades of the way you could prevent glare, dress windows in a clean and simple way, even add a blackout on that. But now I wanted to jump into layering, because I think that's that beautiful part that adds to the beauty and function of a window treatment.
Definitely. We do layering a lot with roller shades. So we have a lot of different options, and drapery being one of them that we love to use. You can do stationary panels that'll just, elongate your room, give you that soft touch, or you can actually do functional.
So these are workable. These will
are
close and
functional.
open.
Yes.
But you could also achieve that same look on stationary rods.
Correct.
Where it's just framing out the window.
Exactly, yes. And another great way to use stationary panels is for the roller shades, if they have the light gap at the side and you want to maximize blackout, you won't want that light coming through those gaps, it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's really about that. That is a big deal. As a designer, I've sold a lot of window treatments to homeowners, and the one thing when people like their blackout draperies or blackout of window treatments, that ability to really close it all off best way, and it looks good. So like, it's the added value of an additional fabric an additional way to pull your color scheme in. Like here you have the beige on the bed.
It brings the look all together, and like you mentioned, it'll grab colors from the room and also give you a little bit of pop. So let's say you just want something a little neutral for the roller, you can add that color with the drapery.
So the layering really is important.
Definitely.
And another thing I just want to point out for our viewers is like, so the depth of a stack of drapery, that's something you always have to be mindful of too. So this layering allows us not to have two stacks of drapery, like a sheer and then maybe a blackout curtain. When you pair with the roller, you're sort of saving space of the depth it takes up in the room.
Yeah, definitely. And again, with those visuals, like you mentioned, if you bring in the picture, you can kind of see where it's gonna stack in your own space, and you can create that that visual for yourself in your own space.
That's great stuff. Do you have any advice on layering that, just from your own experience here, that you want to share with our audience?
Yeah, definitely. So don't be afraid of it. Some of my guests will be like, oh, but I don't know, 2 products in one window. No, it's definitely, when you're in your own space, you see how it works, right? So it's the versatility of having those 2 options in one space.
And then one more thing. So people sometimes do their window treatments in phases. Perhaps they want to get privacy up and blackout, and then they might revisit as their decor evolves.
Yes.
Drapery panels.
So it can be done in phases.
Yes, I love that. I think building, if you're unsure, is always a good way to go.
Yep.
Mercy, so we've seen layering, but there's a lot more when it comes to window treatments.
Definitely, a lot more. Let me show you.
All right, so stay with us. Next, more things to think about as you select your window treatments on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing our talk about window treatments from Blinds to Go here in the Miami Design District with Mercy Betancourt, the sales manager. So Mercy, we've gotten to talk about the roller shades, the solar shades, layering drapery for that perfect function and beauty in a space. But now I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about a lot of the other stuff, because there's so many different ways to treat a window.
Yeah, definitely. We also have other aspects of the window treatments like Roman shades. We have horizontals, which come in natural wood and faux wood. We even have cellulars that are very functional with things like a top-down, bottom-up cellular. Top-down, bottom-up is you actually have the top of your shade can be brought down. It might be a blackout Roman or cellular, but you want some light to come in and still keep the privacy. You can bring it down from the top.
Yeah, that's really the best of both worlds. I feel like if you can kind of still get that privacy and that little hint of natural light when you need it.
Yes, of course. Cellulars is a great classic product known as like the honeycombs, and those are actually great for insulation purposes. Cellulars will actually help reduce your energy bill. They have light filtering, they have blackout.
Now we've got the Romans, a lot of different Romans. There are different styles of Roman.
Yep, so it's pretty much the different look on the front. This here is called a flat Roman. And as you see, there's the stitching, which kind of gives it that panel look.
Yes.
Okay. It also, the way that you dress it when you come up, you don't need to do so much to make it, sit nicely.
I love it. It just gives a very clean look. I'm a big fan of Roman shades in even smaller windows and bedrooms, things like that, where you just want this very clean look, but you still want the softness of fabric.
Yes, definitely. So this one being the flat, we also have waterfall, which is this one up here, which gives it that nice clean look. And you see that little dip at the end gives it a nice touch.
Yes, I think that works so nice with a pattern fabric.
Yes.
So it doesn't feel interrupted, you don't have any seaming.
We also have the classic, which has these classic folds.
Love that.
Which gives it a nice pop, and it gives it a textured element with a nice fabric. It looks amazing.
And now this one you did by hand. Some also might have a fixed cord on the side.
Correct. This can also be done up and down with a chain or motorized as well.
There also are some other great options I'm seeing up here.
Yes, so these are our cascades and they're sheer shade, okay? But also gives you that functionality of being able to control how much privacy you want.
And what's great about that, it's sort of like a 2-in-1. I think sometimes in smaller windows, the solution is not to have too much stuff stacking into the window. This gives you a little sheer, a little privacy all in one.
Yep, definitely.
So now there are a couple of others that I just want to touch on, because sometimes people are looking for something just a little different or something a little more classic.
Yep, so one thing that we haven't mentioned are the shutters. which are a great window treatment, and they give you that functionality, and they also offer room darkening, even blackout, I would say.
Yes, that's another one I think that has been popular in South Florida for many years.
Yes.
And from a cost perspective, there's a lot of different price points when it comes to window treatments.
We can meet any budget. So when you're looking for something economical, we have something for you as well. What's important? What space are you going to be using the most? And you might want to invest a little bit more here so you don't have to do the same throughout your home.
Really great advice. We've seen a lot of great things, but we are not done.
Yep.
Because next week we're going to be back with more. But for now, I want to thank you. This has been a wonderful tour through the showroom here at Blinds to Go.
Thank you, and thank you so much for coming in.
So we certainly hope that you got inspired from today's episode. And as usual, we are going to be back with more design inspiration next week and here for part 2 of our window treatment series on SoFlo Home Project. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloShows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram.